Suguru Geto might just be one of the most overrated anime villains I know. He's incredibly incompetent ever since he was a teenager. During the mission we got to see in the flashback episodes, he was alone with that one lady, I forgot her name, who was like the kind of like a mother to Rico. And when he was alone with her for a few minutes, immediately she got kidnapped, which inconvenienced all of them because he's, like I said, he's incompetent. And then, when he was alone with Rika and that lady, they both died. And also, he lost to a non-sorcerer, I told you, when they both fought, so yeah. We can cut him some slack though, because he was a teenager and a child during those moments. However, it doesn't get much better as he grows up, so no, I will not cut him slack, he just sucks. Okay, so he started this cult, and in 10 years, he achieved absolutely nothing. Okay? His plan was to wipe out humanity. He did not wipe out humanity. He didn't do anything. He didn't achieve anything. He made no changes. I would expect him to, I don't know. Apparently, if you're a special great sorcerer, you can, like, take over Japan. But then he should be able to, in 10 years, achieve something like, I don't know. There should be less humans by now because of him, He should, like, he killed one village and then that's all he achieved. He should have been able to kill more if he really has that goal. So yeah, he's pretty incompetent. And then he's defeated by a 16-year-old boy who trained for a few months and died. And he's an adult who's been training for more than 10 years. Yeah, that's one thing. Okay, but also, this guy is stupid, okay? His goals are ridiculous, okay? He wants to kill all non-sorcerers. Has he sit down for 5 minutes to think about that? Because if he did, he would realize that's actually the dumbest thing you could do. First of all, if you kill all non-sorcerers, civilization is gonna die out, okay? Most jobs will just be gone because all we have left are sorcerers, which are very few, and most of them, I don't think they really have other jobs besides being a sorcerer, so most jobs would be gone. Civilization would just kind of disappear. Also, there would be a lot of negative emotions for the sorcerers since you probably killed people that were close to them, and they would all just be miserable. Like, why is that your perfect world? Also, yeah, once you kill all non-sorcerers, if two sorcerers have a non-sorcerer child, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna kill the baby? Are you gonna kill the child? Are you gonna kill a 5-year-old because he can't see curses, Geto? I would really like to know. Also, I'm not sure, is he planning to wipe out all of humanity or just in Japan? He would probably start in Japan, but then if Japan has most of its population gone, it would be really weak, and other nations, especially America, would probably take advantage of that, and then yeah, that wouldn't be good. That's also something I've been thinking of, but maybe he thought he could get rid of all humans on the planet at once, but he didn't achieve anything in 10 years. Again, like I said, he's incompetent. Also, he makes no sense. Like I said, not only did he achieve nothing in 10 years, he spent those 10 years eating curses, even though one of his main traumas was having to eat curses, and he hated it so much. But now that this trauma led to him starting this cult, he's still eating curses. And also, he feels like because of humans, sorcerers have such a hard life, but he started a war against the sorcerers in JJK 0, so he made their lives even harder. That guy makes no sense. And also, his hate for non-sorcerers makes no sense. Okay, his first trauma was watching Tojay kill 2 people, and also thinking that Gojo Daibashi later on, after they heard something, found out that he wasn't that. The 2 people he actually killed weren't really sorcerers either, right? Rico wasn't one, and the other lady wasn't one either, right? So his first trauma was these 2 non-sorcerers dying, and yet he hates non-sorcerers, so that would mean, does he not care anymore about these people? Because you can't care about non-sorcerers while also wanting all non-sorcerers dead, it makes no sense. And then his next one is eating curses, and that's not really the human's fault. And then he has the conversation with Yuki where he's already showing that he's insane. He's like, oh, we could just wipe out all non-sorcerers, and there his hate already starts, and by that time he only has the thing with eating curses and seeing two non-sorcerers die, so it makes no sense for him to already have this hate, unless if he never had such great morals as he seems to have in the beginning, right? Because like the first thing that traumatized him was these two non-sorcerers dying, and you can't care about them while also wanting all non-sorcerers suddenly dead at the same time. So that would leave him only with the trauma of eating curses, which could explain why when he talks to Yuki he suddenly wants all non-sorcerers dead. But that makes no sense because later on he keeps eating those curses, so he really didn't care. He just wanted a reason to hate and to start a genocide and become a maniac. Okay, that guy is crazy. And no, you do not blame Yuki for his downfall. That was his fault. Okay, then we have Haibara's death. Yeah, that's sad, but it's also not the human's fault. And Haibara probably wouldn't want him to act like that. Like, just think. Okay, and then the village. Okay, that's the humans, like the non-sorcerer's fault. But I doubt the entire village wanted to kill him, and even if they did, that's still not a reason to view all non-sorcerers as evil. And he killed everyone there. They were probably children, and he also killed his parents. And people try to justify it, being like, "Oh, his parents, they probably treated him so badly." First of all, how do you know? That's not even implied, okay? There's not a single sign that that was the case. Also, Gojo was so shocked and disgusted at the idea that Geto killed his parents, and Gojo is his best friend. If his parents were so awful and abusive, Gojo would know. But he clearly doesn't, which means they weren't abusive, because otherwise Gojo, his best friend, would not be surprised that he killed them. Okay. I really don't like when people try to argue that his parents were the problem. They were not. Also, he's so damn ugly. Oh my god, I don't know why this man is like one of the most simmed over JJK men. Like, you have Nanami, you have all these guys, and you pick that thing. Like, I'm sorry, look at his face, look at his ears. He does not have a right to call non-sorcerers monkeys. Well, he looks like that with those ears. Like, he looks like a monkey, okay? He's ugly. He's so ugly. Like when I was watching JJK Zero with my friend, literally every time he came on screen, I felt like throwing up. And the only time his appearance did not make me want to throw up was in the flashbacks. He still didn't look good. His looks were just bearable. But like that's because it was from like flashbacks from Gojo's perspective, and that's his best friend, so he's probably like going to remember him better than he was. So he probably also looked ugly as a teenager. I'm just saying. Okay, also, he's a genocidal maniac, like he wants to wipe out all non-sorcerers. And also, I'm sorry, but his hatred for non-sorcerers, that's racist, okay? Because he has separated humans in two different kinds of people, okay? The sorcerers and the non-sorcerers. And he's decided that one of these categories needs to go, right? And it's like, it's not something people can control. It's kind of like something that's just naturally a part of them. Like that's kind of like, it's not the same because he's not judging people by their skin color, but it's still like it's very similar to racism. So yeah. Him being so well liked and the fact that people don't hold him accountable and act like he's just, some innocent guy who was just so traumatized like I will admit he's well written, but he's also not like the best written anime villain. Like, he's not one of the best written anime villain. He's not that great, okay? On a surface level, yeah, he might seem complex, but honestly, he's just dumb, and he's not the best villain ever. He's, like, really kind of overrated, and I hate that guy. Oh my god.